guys, it's me, Param8000 here, and today, welcome to my new channel, Little Programmers. So this is my secondary channel where I make so many games in other programs other than Scratch. So if you want to check out my main channel, I'll put the links down in the description so you can check that out as well. Today, we will be doing something that we have never done before, and that's right, we will be making games in Roblox. Now, what is Roblox? You know, Roblox is a game, a 3D game, which has a lot of mini games in it, and these mini games are made by the developers. And we are the developers, and we will be making our first game, which is an Obby. So to quickly go ahead and download Roblox Studio, all you gotta do is head over to any browser that you want and type web.roblox.com/create. And this will get you to the Create Roblox page. And here, if you click on Start Creating, you will download a Roblox Studio and you can go ahead and make games right there. So what is the use of this? Well, Roblox lets you make anything from an obstacle course to a shooter game. So yeah, and you can just connect with many people. So, many people will play your game and they'll be like, connecting to you, just like you guys are being connected to me through this YouTube platform. And the third and the main thing which we care about, money. So, what do you think? How is money gonna be? How do we get money from making Roblox games? Well, if you think about it, Roblox has its own game currency called Robux. And Robux is bought using real money. So it's like 50 Robux cost 99 cents, I guess. I'm an Indian, so I don't really use cents that much. Yeah, but they cost 99 cents, just 50 Robux. That's a lot. And now when you just make a game which has the support of letting others take give you money by adding a power up or something, then you earn serious cash. So that was an intro. Enough about the intro. Let's just jump right into it. So this is Roblox Studio, the main part of Roblox Studio. And right here we have is known as the stage. So this is the stage, this is the Explorer tab, and this is the Properties tab. So if you don't have the Explorer and the Properties tab, make sure to just quickly go ahead into the into the view, and you can select either of these. So if you want both, you select both. If you want one of these, then yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Let's talk about the specs. So this engine, or this game engine, takes up a lot of memory. As you can see, my computer is fanning. The fan is not as fast as the fan of my ceiling fan, but it'll get to there. So yeah. Basically you need an 8 GB RAM, at least 500 MB storage, and you're all set. But it's this problem which you get. So yeah, enough talking and let's jump right into it. So this is the stage where we'll be making our games and where we'll be playing our games. So right now, let's just go ahead and create the new project. I have already created one. So if you open Roblox Studio, it'll look something like this on the screen. I'm going to show it up on the screen right now. So it'll look something like that, and if you go click on new and select the base plate, then you'll get this. So now this is a pretty simple thing. Let's just go ahead and select this. So this is the workspace. This is our entire workspace. And inside these workspace, we have the camera, the terrain, the spawn location, and the base plate. The camera and the terrain are default elements. You can call them elements. So they are default elements, but we create these two elements. So these two are default in this theme or in this file. So now let's just go ahead and get the base plate and head over to the size property, and as you can see, it's so big. So let's just go ahead and set it to 14, 1, and 14. So we'll show you what is that in a minute. So there are also some other tools, some very important tools. I'll tell you that in a while. So right now, as you can see, I'm moving this guy around. So right. So now, we got this guy. Now let's take the spawn location and change its size to, let's say, 717. Perfect. So some main tools which I'll be using is the select tool, move tool, scale, rotate, and these are the four main tools. We'll talk about transform a bit later in the series. So the move tool helps to move the object, as the name says. The select helps to select a particular object like that. I've selected the spawn location. So yeah, and the scale is just like, instead of resizing them in the properties tool, you can go ahead and resize them on the screen itself. So yeah, that is pretty cool. So let's just, it's kind of thick, so let's just make it a bit small. And there we go. So that's the thing. And rotate, as the name says, helps in rotating the object. So if you click on rotate, it just rotates like that. A good kid rotates around. So as you can see, I've been playing around with these numbers for a while. So this is known as the snap to grid, which means if you try to move this object, it goes in 0.5 studs and snaps it right there. So just like we use meters and centimeters in the real life, Roblox uses something called studs. So studs is the measurement tool, which is the measuring unit which is used in Roblox. So as you can see right here, we can scale him down by pressing the shift key and doing something like that. And these snap to grid it helps you snap to the grid, as you can probably tell. So now let's just go ahead and make this stick to the base plate like that. I might also make the size a bit small for this, so yeah. So while pressing the shift key, I can resize it like that. Much better. And let me lower it down. I think it's already lowered down, so we don't have to do anything with that. And now let's just go ahead and create our first level. So another thing is the parts. So this part literally places a part. And there are four types of parts. You can have a block, a sphere, a wedge, and a cylinder. So if I click on a block, I get a block. That's obvious. So let's just I might actually make the snap to grid back to 1 so that it's a bit comfy. And there we go. We got the first bar or the block. And then now we can just rotate this guy and we can scale him to like there. A bit that way. Okay, so yeah, something like that. Pretty cool, right? Now let's duplicate this, and how do you duplicate is by pressing the Control D. So as you can see, there's a part right here. This part is on top of the original part. So to bring this part out, we just push this up like that. So let's say we'll keep the elevation from keeping our first part as the origin. We'll make this part go up, let's say 3 studs or maybe 2 studs. 2 studs is perfectly fine. And we'll make a move with like that. Okay, maybe we'll just do 1 stud because 1 stud itself is a pretty large unit. So yeah. So at the same time, we do Control D, 1 stud, 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Yeah, it's almost 4. So we'll do Control D again, up, up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same thing again and again and again until you feel like. So I'm going to be doing 7 because, you know, there are 7 colors in the rainbow and we will be having a rainbow staircase right here. So we have 6 and the last one will go up here. So, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So yeah, there we go. Now we can go ahead and color each of these by selecting and clicking on the color in the parts and picking a random color. So first is red, and then comes orange, and then yellow, then comes green, and then blue. Where is blue? Which blue should I pick? That one. Blue, indigo, and pink. Yeah, I'll just have pink. And guys, one more thing. One very important thing is to make sure that you anchor these guys. So what is an anchor? Anchor is the property of a part or an element, if you would like to say it that way. So anchor is the property of an element which asks you, should the element be affected by gravity? For example, if the anchor is off, that means the parts get affected by gravity and they just drop down. But make sure that you select these guys, select all of these and select anchor so you can make sure everything is anchored. So right now these won't get affected by gravity. Let's also check for the base plate whether these guys are also affected by gravity. No, they're not. So why don't we just go ahead and run our project so far. So there we go. We got our okay looking staircase, I guess, because you can just run over them. Okay, you know what? We'll just make these guys 2 studs. So we can just make them up, 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 and up. So yeah, you need to play around with these because it's based on it's your choice whether you want it to be difficult for the player, or you want the player to be easy. You want it to be easy for the player. It's all up to you. I will just keep it like that and elevate this a bit. And yep, there we go. Let me also push these guys a bit to the left. Oops. So to select multiple elements, you control click. That is another important thing which you can do. So right, let's just test this out. Yes, it won't be perfect because yep, that's the first level. The first levels are usually easy, but as you go, they get tougher and tougher and tougher. So right now, let's go ahead and do the second level. So we'll select these two and click on Control D, move these guys up and push it like that. Yoink. So right now we have this. So what we can do is we can go ahead and create our second level, which is all about playing around with lava. So lava is basically, you have seen so many lavas in games, right? So once you touch the lava, you die. No explanation. You just die. So if you touch a lava, bye-bye, you're dead. So now let's just go ahead and create our base where we'll be putting in our lava bars. So this is our base. I will rotate it a bit and also push it a bit inside. So yeah, these takes a long time. So yeah, you have to get some practice before you go ahead and do something or try something new. So there we go. Let me just make that a bit long. So this is the long boy. We'll color him neon, cyan. Okay, we'll color him kind of white. So, or we'll go with this color. It's good. So right now it's time to create our part, which is the lava bar. Let's rotate him. Let's make him let's move him right there. Perfect. And we'll just lengthen him a bit as well. So right now we have this, and we'll color him red because you haven't seen green lava, right? So green lava is basically poison in a game. So yeah. And we'll make sure we anchor this guy. We don't want him falling down, so we'll anchor him. And guys, one more important thing I forgot to tell you is you can organize your stuff using the group tool in Roblox. So you select all of your elements in the Explorer tab, and if you press Ctrl G, they get grouped into what's called a model. And you can rename the model using the F2 key or right-clicking and renaming it. So I'm gonna call it Rainbow Stairs. And we can also rename this guy. So we can take the spawn location and the base plate, so it's like that, and Ctrl G it, and we'll call it checkpoint. Yep, this is gonna be our checkpoint. And Where's the other guy? Yep, so we'll take this and we'll group this to make checkpoint 2. So check point, right? So point 2. So right now we're gonna do something called coding the part to make it such that if it gets touched by lava, if it gets touched by the player, they die. So we're gonna add in a part beside it. So how do you do that is go hover over the element, and beside that there's a plus button, and if you click on that and you select script, what you get is a script. So now a script is just the code. So it's like a notepad where you'll put your code in. So I have the code stored in my brain right now, so I'll just type it out. So we're going to be making a variable, or no, we're not going to be making any variable. So we'll be doing something called script.parent.touched. So TUCHED, kernel connect, and we're going to create a function. So function, and we're going to call that function hit. So this is known as a tulip. So if you have a bracket inside a bracket in programming, it's called a tulip, because a tulip is basically a flower with lots of layers packed onto it. So yeah. Now what we'll do is after the function, after the hit, but before the function, we'll press the enter, and it creates something known as the end line right here. So that's basically the end of the function. So here we're going to be typing another line of code called if hit dot parent kernel find first child. So find first child, and if the child is a humanoid, then hit.parent kernel break joins. Yeah. So basically what this is we are creating a function called a hit, and if the parent finds the first child, so this function, this hit function contains this thing right here. So parent.touch kernel connect. I'm sorry, I forgot to put the kernel right there. So parent.touch kernel connect, and if parent.touched find first child humanoid, then we break the joints of the humanoid. So humanoid is basically the player who actually plays the game. So yeah, if the humanoid touches the lava, then you break its joints. That can't be, yeah. So you break its joints. I can't show you a demo of that now physically. So yeah. So you break the joints, and then you make it go back to the spawn position. So let's just try that out. So if you click on play and go ahead and test this out. So right here we have this, the lavas. Okay, we don't have the base because we forgot to anchor it, but let's try jumping on the lava and see what happens. And there we go, as expected, we die. And we get respawn back to the position. So let's just anchor this guy, and we'll make so many duplicates of this. So we'll control D, move, and move it, move, and final one goes in here. And we'll Control D the checkpoint 2 and put him right there. And rename him checkpoint 3. So we'll call him checkpoint 3. And we'll take all of these and group them as a model, and we'll call this lava bars. So there we go, we got 2 levels, and we'll be creating the 3rd level in the next video. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna end this video here. I know it was a long, tiring one, so make sure you smash that like button, and guys, please subscribe to Lil Programmers and Lil Scratchers. If you haven't looked at Lil Scratchers yet, I'll put the links down in the description, or it'll be somewhere right here, around here. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, guys, by the way, before I end this video, I would like to say big thanks to you. We just reached 250 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I never knew I could go this far. So thank you so much for your support. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.